Chris Vector, man.
What you?
Now, I know a lot of people look at this gun and they think, wow, it's really crazy looking, it's really obscure or whatever.
What's the story, people? Today we're checking out a very interesting video. Top 5 guns for home defense. In the UK, we don't have guns. You guys just casually have guns all around. That's so crazy to me. I've never held a gun. We barely see any guns here. So let's find out what you Americans are up to. Top 5 guns. This is going to be interesting. Come on.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here, Moss Pawn and Gun. And today we have another 5 guns video for you. I know that these videos have been very successful, and we really appreciate your support. We've gotten a lot of great ideas from you guys on subjects that you want to see moving forward. We had a very successful SHOT Show this year. Lots of videos came out of SHOT Show. If you haven't, go ahead and check some of them out if you want to see some of the new products coming out. Also, I know that we really haven't been doing as many shop videos, but hopefully we're going to be able to remedy that. And this is the first of many shop videos we're going to be catching up on and getting back to.
So wait, you can just casually go into that shop and buy a gun. No wonder everyone has a gun. Like, I feel like before I was against guns. I was literally 100% against guns. But then the more I see how some people live their lives, I'm like, maybe you do need a gun. But it's the fact that the guns are just casually there in a shop. Can you buy a gun like in a Walmart? So you can go to like a Walmart, a Costco. Can you buy guns? I don't think, you may have to buy a gun in Walmart. Can you? I hope not.
So this is going to be 5 guns for home defense. This is actually a subject that I've really been thinking hard about in terms of, what would be the ideal guns for self-defense. Because I know there's a lot of people that get a very sort of cowboy-like, attitude when it comes to home defense. They think they need a big old 500 Magnum revolver or 50 Action Express Desert Eagle or something like that, or some kind of big scary gun because that's obviously a better home defense gun. When really home defense is best looked at from a few different areas. One is your mental attitude, okay, your mental fortitude as well. You need to have a good mental attitude about the situation and how to deal with the situation.
See, it's people like that ruins owning a gun. Literally, some people are crazy. They don't think. They can't control their emotions. It's people like that. I hear people, men that cannot control their emotions. Oh my God. Like, they feel like they have to do something. Like any little thing. What? Especially when I hear about the gang culture in America. Not even the gang, just in general. You see people killing each other you see neighbors shooting someone because someone parked in their car space. You see like over here, everyone gets road rage. You're driving, someone cuts you off. All you do is fuck off. But over there, because you got a gun, now you have to do something. Not every time, but some people do that. So if you're not stable, please don't buy a gun. Please. If you're stable, why not? When I come to America, I might try one of the guns, go to a shooting range. It'll be cool. Again, sorry for pausing. It's alien to me. I'm not used to it. So whenever I see any stuff about guns, I'm like, ooh, what's this about? Sorry.
You have to use the right firearm for the situation, and you have to have the right combination of ammunition for the firearm you choose, so that you know that in any situation you're going to be able to safely defend yourself, your home, your family, what have you. So it really depends on your defense needs. These particular guns I've selected because they meet, in my opinion, the most generic form of defense needs for the average household here in the U.S. In other parts of the world, I know some of you guys don't really have the ability to defend yourselves in your homes, without, seeing some kind of legal action or getting in trouble or anything like that. But many places in the U.S. here, for the most part, we can defend our homes using firearms. With that being said, probably the number one choice for a firearm, we're not really going to do a countdown method. I'm just going to go down the line here. We've got a Maverick 88. And of course, this is just a 12-gauge shotgun. This particular one is a 6-shot. You can get the Mossberg 500.
Does that mean after 6 shots you have to reload it? I'm guessing. It is, isn't it? I think if it was me, if I was buying a gun to protect my gaff means house, I'd need something small. I want a pistol. I don't want that. I don't want to be in my boxer shorts, half naked, middle of the night going. I want something I can just put into my boxes. That's just going to be too heavy. No. It looks cool. You know, an AK-47 might be cool, but even something something quick. I want something small that can just, okay, let me, so this is my meta glasses. Something like this, something small. It looks, you know. No, I'm gonna start going like, you know, trying to find something long and big here. You know, start going. Sorry.
100, the Mossberg 590 A1. You can get the Maverick 88. All of these shotguns, which have different prices depending on how high you want to go in terms of quality. The Maverick 88 is generally going to be the cheapest shotgun in their line. These generally run about $269. You can feed them a variety of.
It's that cheap. $269. I was thinking like $3,000, $4,000, $269 for a gun. Bumba clap.
Of 12 gauge loads that'll definitely suit all of your needs for home defense. The nice thing about shotguns is, of course, they throw a nice big spread. So if you're not familiar with them, a shotgun throws multiple pellets when you shoot it. As you can see in this vial, I'm going to B-roll for you. You have different shot sizes. So you have bird shot, you have buckshot, you have plated versus non-plated, you have slugs. If many of you watch some of our other videos, I mean, you have cut shells, wax shells, frangible ammo, breachers. So shotguns give you a lot of flexibility in terms of how exactly you're going to run a shotgun for home defense. Plus, if you're getting up in the middle of the night and you don't know what's going on, a shotgun's going to give you a better opportunity to actually stop the person in their tracks on the first shot by having that wider shot pattern. Ooh. And being able to stop the threat. Most shotguns generally don't over-penetrate too bad if you use like a low velocity buckshot, or if you use like a standard velocity number 4 buckshot. We found.
Also, comment down below. Let me know, do you guys own any guns? How many guns you own? People are, and also, does it? I think one thing I've realized, I think it depends on. I could be wrong here. I feel like most Republicans tend to own guns because they believe in the First Amendment. I might be wrong. That's what I've seen online and everything. But I feel like most Democrats tend to be against guns, especially when you get like a school, you know, which is crazy that actually happened. That's actually mad. I feel like if you own a gun, if you're a parent and you own a gun, keep your guns away from your kids. Like, hide them away. Like, I don't get how sometimes the kids get access to the. If you're not, your kid has to be, in my opinion, why would you get your kids access to guns if they're not at least, I want to say at least like 12, 13. I feel like when you turn 12, 13, maybe you're going hunting. Yeah, that's cool. But if you don't let your kid have a gun when they're like 7, 8, 9, I feel like that's just because their brain is not fully developed yet. So they might play with it. They might. It's crazy. So many accidents happen, man.
Found that that's probably about the best load to use in the house with the shotgun. Now, some of you are probably asking, well, I can't really handle the recoil, or my wife is going to pick the gun up and use it. She can't handle the recoil. Well, simple. My second choice is a beautiful Mossberg 500, and this is a 20 gauge. It's a high capacity 20 gauge pump action shotgun, and you can have a variety of 20 gauge loads to run in this gun that are low recoil, but still highly effective, okay? Again, it offers the same benefits as any other shotgun, but in a slightly smaller caliber, a little bit less kick, a little bit less recoil, allowing
So, what's a caliber? Sorry, what's that?
you to keep the rounds on target. And this is a great gun for a lady or anyone that's small framed, anybody that just can't quite handle the recoil of a 12 gauge.
Pew, 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 pew.
So shotguns are, as you can see, are a wonderful addition to the potential home defense arsenal. So that's my first two picks, are the 20 and 12 gauge pump shotguns. Some of you want something smaller.
Yeah.
And that's where something like the Smith & Wesson Governor come into play. This is their new stainless variant.
Although it looks a bit, I don't like the design. I want something more cooler. Sorry. Something like, see, so I've got my camera here, my DJI camera. So something like this, but imagine like in a gun way. Something slick like this. That looks a bit, doesn't look cool. Doesn't look cool. I don't look cool as well, I'm sure. No. Pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Sorry.
This particular gun has not been out very long. This is kind of new for 2014. It is a very nice gun, has a typical Very high quality double single action that you would expect on any Smith & Wesson revolver. This is a wonderful gun. The nice thing about it is that, you know, on the outside it just looks like a standard revolver, but you can shoot 2.5-inch 410 shot shells out of it, or 45 Colt ammunition, and you can also fire the 45 ACP on moon clips. So from a standpoint of home defense, this gun gives you a ton of different options because you have shot that you can shoot. You can do like the number 4 buckshot that I think gives you like 4 pellets in a 410, which basically that's 4 projectiles going downrange for each trigger pull. So this gun holds 6 shots. So 6 and 4, you know, you got quite a few pellets going downrange there with each shot. This is a rifle barrel. So that means that shot, as the cup leaves the barrel, it's going to be spinning, and it's going to make that shot disperse in a very, very wide pattern. So if you really need to pepper somebody good at combat ranges inside your home, this is an excellent option. Again, be careful not to load it with something that's going to penetrate too far in the house. Many of us have, you know, interior drywall walls, which many homes in America have just standard drywall interior walls. Number 4 buckshot will generally stop in about 4 to 5 layers of drywall, which is good if you're worried about over-penetration. If you have people in the other room that you're concerned with, you don't want to hurt them, you don't want to hurt your family members, your small children that are in other, you know, areas of the house, that might be something that you need to consider.
Okay.
So it all comes down to ammunition choice. I mean, like on this tray here, we show all of the different loads you can put in the Smith & Wesson Governor. Of course, you have the Tor.
Also, do you know one thing that just came to my mind there? All these gun manufacturers, they must be very, very well regulated. I feel like if you're working at a gun factory or something like that, like the logistics for that, because people can steal, like they can steal the guns or something like that. So I'm guessing they must be well regulated. There must be people looking at each gun should be accounted for. I'm guessing each gun has a serial number, right? That's how they catch people when they commit crimes, I'm guessing. Like over here, the only guns you might see that criminals use are guns from like the 80s, 70s, you know, guns that were used like probably like in the Eastern European War, you know, guns that, you don't see like normal guns down here. Unless you're some kind of, you know, big drug lord, or you know, like if you're eye up, then you might have like a normal gun. I've never seen a gun. Obviously, I've seen guns. You know, let's say you're walking past a train station. Sometimes you might get some armed policemen just standing there, ready. That's the only thing you might see. Apart from that, if it's not a policeman, I've never seen anyone carrying a gun in my life. Never. And I remember the first few times I've seen it, it's so weird. And the fact that you guys can go out, you can go to shops, you can go to a restaurant and just have your gun casually there. Wow. What's it called? Open carry. I think there's different states. I think in California, I don't think you're allowed to do that in New York. I think so. I was watching an interview and they said that is in New York that you're not allowed. I know Texas, 100% you're allowed. Texas is the most American state, in my opinion. What other states? What do you say? Probably Atlanta. I'm guessing Atlanta. Yeah.
Force Judge, which is a competing model to the Governor. I personally think the Governor is a better gun. That's just my opinion, but I'm a little partial to Smith & Wesson. I like Smith & Wesson's quality. They make some of the most awesome revolvers on the planet. Now, moving along, another pistol, if you just want a good, solid handgun for the house, you're really not going to go wrong with a Glock 19.
Give me a Glock. Can I have the Glock? That sounds weird. Yeah, see, that looks cool. Sorry. Why am I thinking of cool? I'm meant to be defending myself here. Yeah, I think that looks slick. I think the problem might be how many bullets you can fit in there. I feel like if you can have at least 6 to 8 bullets, I'm okay with that. Yeah, because if you're just defending yourself, it's not like you're not going to war or nothing like that. That looks cool. And also, where's the safety? I don't know where's the safety? Is it the top? And I probably need to watch a video showing how they use the gun. I don't know how to use it. It'd be cool to go to a gun range when I do come to America to show me how to use all this. But yeah, that gun, I think that's probably the gun I'll go for. Yeah, you guys look into that gun.
All right, now I know there's probably a lot of people that are watching these videos and they're going, okay, well, these guys are Glock fanboys. These guys, you know, can't think outside of the Glock box. Well, that's untrue because the thing is, I have a variety of handguns in my house, okay? I'm not going to go wandering through my house and just
Also,
thinking, okay, what?
Sorry, when he said he has a variety, one of you commented. I'm not sure if you are the person. Let me know you are. You commented down below, and they said they've got more than 50 guns. More than 50. It's at this stage, it's a collection. 50 guns. 50. That's probably more than some small country. 50 guns per person. No one is invading America. Sorry, just let you know. No one is coming to the United States. The civilians, enough. It's going to take care of everything. So,
What am I going to grab to shoot this perp that just kicked in my door and might be trying to hurt my family or whatever? In my opinion, the Glock 19 is just a no-frills handgun that is very easy to shoot. It's easy to load. You know, the slide is real easy to work. So if you got some young little wife that, you know, doesn't have very strong upper body strength or can't really cock the slide as easy, you know, back and forth, this is a real easy gun to load and shoot. It's easy to teach someone how to shoot. I just think the Glock 19 is a very tough contender for a home defense gun because of those reasons. Easy to shoot, easy to maintain, incredibly accurate, very reliable. You know, which for a home defense gun, you want something extremely reliable. You don't want to be in the middle of the night trying to clear some kind of stoppage or something like that. So the Federal Guard Dog is tough to beat. It expands, it feeds like ball ammo, and it expands like a hollow point. So the Guard Dog is nice if you need ball round reliability, but you need hollow point devastation. So I would say the Glock 19, certainly a contender for the house. So that's number 4. Last but not least, Chris Vector, man. Now, I know a lot of people look at this gun and they think, wow, it's really crazy looking, it's really obscure or whatever. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of work with the Chris Vector, you know, in recent years, and I think it is a fine firearm. The bolt throw is really...
That's modern home defense. You're defending the whole country with this now. That's not home defense, in my opinion. What are you defending? Fort Knox. Look at that. That's a gun within a gun, with a gun, plus a gun. That's like 5 guns in one. What the home defense. Home defense. You can't put that under your pillow. You get a sore neck. Home defense, me ass. Not defending me. I'm defending the whole city with that. Does anyone have this gun? I don't think this gun be popular as a defense gun. The Glock 19, yes. But this, don't know what the fuck this is.
Short. It's got the recoil reduction system. Basically, into the way the gun is actually engineered is to mitigate the recoil of a 45 ACP. You have the 25 round extended magazines that you can get for it. So you have 25 rounds of 45 ACP in your hand on tap, ready to go. All right, you can run a 230 grain expanding projectile. You run them at kind of a low velocity. You know, you get you a 230 grain expanding projectile running at around 850 feet per second. That's something that's not going to overpenetrate your house. Okay, it can go through a few sheets of drywall and it's going to slow down considerably. I mean, don't get me wrong, you should always know what's beyond your target before you shoot. But personally, I think the 45 kind of has an edge there. This particular rig, of course, low recoil, so very fast follow-up shots. This particular one has the flashlight on it.
Oh, sure.
So you've got a flashlight available. You've got a red dot sight. This one has a folding stock. This particular version is an SBR, so it does require, you know, the paperwork and tax stamp to be filled out on it. But if you want a nice small rig, I mean, this is something that can just ride next to the bed, and you're good to go. This is something you just deploy the stock, close the bolt, or leave it loaded with the safety on, and you've got a wonderful low recoil, rapid follow-up shots, 45 ACP stopping power. And in my opinion, this is just the ideal personal defense weapon, both inside the house or the car or wherever you might need a small handy gun to be able to...
Small handy... That gun is half my size. I'm almost 6... What? That's a big... That's not a gun. That's a roommate. Handy gun. What the... Am I going crazy or is it... Does anyone have this as a home defense gun? In my opinion, it's the small pistols as a home defense goes. Unless you live in some crazy place in Chicago. I know Chicago's meant to be crazy. If you live in O Block, if you know what O Block is, let me know. It's this crazy place where rappers always rap about. It's meant to be like dangerous. Is it Chirac in Chicago? Yeah, if you live there, then yes, you might have that. But if you live in a normal urban area, you don't need. I don't think you need that. Don't know. It's crazy the way I've gone from being like, nope, I hate guns and that, to like, yeah, why not? I'm just defending as long as I'm defending my people, I'm defending myself. It's just a gun. I feel like as long as you don't shoot the gun, nothing's gonna happen. People, I'm like, that's why I used to think, oh, the fact that there's a gun there, something has to happen. No, nothing has to happen unless something does happen. It's like the Americans in a way, the way they're always prepared. They're not trying to start a war, but if a war does start, they're ready. Does that make sense? I think so anyway.
Put people down if they're trying to kill you, hurt you, or whatever. This particular gun is just an excellent rig. We are going to be doing a full review on the Vector before too long. That's one gun that I've had a while and I've just been meaning to get out and play with it. So we have many more gun reviews coming. If you like these 5 guns videos, certainly let us know. We've got a lot going on in the way of video production, so we hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have an idea for a 5 guns video, something that you think we didn't cover, or something that you'd like to see clarified a little more, let me know, and we'll do everything we can to make sure we're putting the information out that you guys see or need to see. What I can certainly say is that no matter what you choose as a home defense gun, make sure that you are mentally prepared for an altercation and how to deal with it. Make sure it's a firearm that you understand the ins and outs of extremely well, and make sure you're choosing the proper ammunition to make sure you're not going to over-penetrate your house or, penetrate too deep into a hostile situation and hurt innocent bystanders. You want to choose ammunition that's going to reduce collateral damage, keep you from hurting your own family, and is going to stop the threat. So, those 3 things coming together, and you'll be just fine choosing the proper home defense gun. So, really appreciate your time today. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, I think that's good. I love that. I feel like if you're getting a gun for the first time, especially younger people that's going to be learning about guns, I think you should learn about this as long as you watch a video like this. Because imagine, I don't know nothing about guns. And this already, I've learned so much stuff. I know I want a Glock 19 if I was to get a gun. If I was to, and also, how tough is it to get a gun? Do you just go in there? Do they just check your name? Is that like a background check? I'm guessing there has to be a background check, but how extensive is that background check? Again, let me know what kind of guns you have. Let me know what kind of videos that relates to stuff like this. I love the American culture because you guys are just living in your own world over there and no one really knows about you. So I love the fact that I'm learning about it, and then so when I do come over there, I'm like, oh, this is my place. I've learned so much about this place. So you guys want to see more of this kind of stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.